Good morning, Officer Milton. You're on mute.
Good morning. We are ready. There's only one person that we did not bring up right away. It's Miss Angela Morrow. We're gonna bring her last.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, we don't have courtroom 2 on, and it's still a little before 9, so we'll get started as soon as everyone gets on. Let me just address the ladies there. Good morning, ladies.
And
I'm Judge
gentlemen, we
and
have two
gentlemen.
gentlemen.
Oh, excuse me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Um, Let me just let you know that you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We're providing you the assistance of a public defender today if you choose to utilize their service and do not have a private attorney representing you. We'll get started as soon as everyone gets on with us at 9 o'clock. Thank you all. Good morning, Mr. Esiano.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Francois. I hope you're doing well today.
Good morning, Judge Morrow. I am. Thank you. I hope you are as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge Morrow, we're ready to start here at ACDC if you are.
The others are not on with us as of yet. I don't see any of the public defenders, and we don't have courtroom 2 on, which they might be in there. So as soon as I
Okay.
get someone on ready to start, we'll get going.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Judge Morrow.
Yes.
Judge Morrow, I do have Mr. Reed LeVar. They said, I believe his attorney's online. Are we able to start with him? He has the private attorney.
Mr.
It's gonna
LeVar.
be Mr. Reed Lavar, add-on position number 4.
Good morning, Your Honor. Teresa Mahfood here with the Law Offices of Carlton Matthews. I am here for Mr. Reed.
Okay, very good. Good morning, Ms. Mahfood. Yes, we can begin with Mr. Reed. Is that your case, Ms. Desiano?
Your Honor, I can handle it. Case is we've recommended a DA transfer in this one. We're waiting on documents from the victim, and as soon as we have those documents, it'll go up. But at this point, there's no offer.
When
Your
was,
Honor-
yes, go ahead, Ms. Mahfood.
Your Honor, so I spoke to another prosecutor on Thursday, and I've been trying to reach out to Attorney Shelley Fox. She's the one who actually is handling this case. And we have been trying to get this resolved here right now. We want to resolve it today. We're trying to, rather than doing the transfer, if we can get a plea done today. I was waiting to hear back from Attorney Falk. I just haven't heard back from her. I think she's
So, Ms. Desiano, correct me if I'm wrong, you all have made a request of the DA's office to take the case and you have not heard back from them as of yet.
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Miss Fox out, she's at training today. So as far as what we can do today, Your Honor, the state's not prepared to resolve this case today because this case may be an upgrade. So we would request a reset.
So, Your Honor, that's what the announcement was by the state on Thursday by the other prosecutor. And she said she would be able to let me know by today whether or not we could just do a plea in misdemeanor court rather than the case being transferred.
Is Ms. Falk gonna be back on Thursday?
No, Your Honor, she's out all week. She'll be back next Tuesday.
Okay. Let's see, maybe you all can get it resolved by Thursday. I'm gonna give you till Thursday to see if you can get it resolved.
Okay.
I'll be
And I
on
can
the
certainly get in touch with her and see if she's gotten any communication from the DA's office, but we'll have an answer one way or the other on Thursday.
And if you do, one way or the other, if you make a decision, Ms. Desiano, would you please have Ms. Falk or yourself get in touch with Ms. Mahfood so that we'll know whether or not it's going forward or has been transferred on Thursday, okay?
Certainly. Miss Mahfood, could you put your email in the chat so I have it?
Yes, definitely. I'll do that right now. And
So
Attorney Matthews is lead counsel on it as well. He would like an opportunity to speak to Miss Attorney Falk before anything happens,
Okay,
if
so-
possible, Your Honor.
That's fine. So maybe you all can get that done by Thursday. So if everyone will report back to me on Thursday, we'll move forward. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you so
Um,
much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good, if you have no further business before the court, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Thank you. So Mr. Reed's case will be reset until 9/26. I see that we have Mr. Kelbar on with us. I'm not sure where his cases are. Do you all know if you have Mr. Kelbar's cases, ACDC?
I have Marquez Stevens.
Stevens?
He is, I've been appointed on one of his 2 cases. I don't know if he has an attorney on the other case. I've been appointed in the case ending in 388.
Okay, I have down, good morning, Mr. Kelbar. I have down that you filed waivers in this matter. Is that not the case?
I have not filed a waiver.
Okay, so we're
Your
gonna
Honor,
need.
I believe Mr. Stevens spoke with a public defender yesterday.
Okay. So Mr. Kelbar, I'll have you, if you will, we don't have, it doesn't appear that we have courtroom 2 on with us. So we'll see where we are as soon as I can get the public defenders on with us.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
Let's see,
We
good
also
morning.
have courtroom 2 is on. Also, Miss McLeod's case.
Oh, they're coming, okay. Is Miss McLeod
But
on?
I don't see her signed on.
Right, I don't see her yet either. Okay, their courtroom two goes.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning. How are you all doing today?
We're good.
Good. Let's see, who do we have? Do we have any of the public defenders in courtroom two?
Both in here.
We are all here, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning. Who spoke to positions 39 Marquez Stevens?
That's Kim's client.
Yeah.
Good morning, Your Honor. We were in different calendar for a second. Yes, we apologize.
No, you're fine, Ms. Kim. Good morning. On position 39 and possibly 40, Mr. Kelbaugh is with us, and he says that he's representing Mr. Stevens. I noted on your announcement that you were filing a waiver and a not guilty.
Oh, that's what I was going to do, but then, if he hired a private attorney, we would let.
He's a conflict.
Oh,
Well,
he's a
Mr. Yeah,
Oh, I apologize. Will Kelbaugh.
so Mr. Kelbaugh, have you spoken with Mr. Stevens?
I did when I was appointed on this, the case ending in 388, as a conflict attorney. I spoke to him, about 10 days ago. I've not received, an offer in the case.
Okay.
I'll send you a chat, Mr. Kelbaugh. Are you going to represent him in both cases?
If the court wanted to appoint me in the other case, I would accept, but I mean, that's,
Okay, so I'm gonna appoint you, Mr. Kelbaugh, since
Yeah.
he's gonna need an attorney on both cases, and obviously if he's indigent on one, he'd be on the other one also. So if you wouldn't mind taking the representation up on that. If there was gonna be a waiver filed by Ms. Kim, would you like me to give you some time to speak with him on both these cases and reset this for Thursday?
yes, that would be good.
Okay, so I'll reset Mr. Stevens. I'll be the judge on that day for 9/26 on both those cases to give you the opportunity to speak with him on both. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. And ASG Desiano, could you send me an email?
Yes, is your email on the bar? Or if you could just send me a chat with your email, I'll send it over.
I will send you a chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
And those are your only matters before the court this morning, Mr. Kelbaugh?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good day. Good to see you as always.
You too.
Ms. McLeod, are you on with me?
Good morning, Your Honor. I
Yes,
am.
Good morning. I believe that we have one of your clients at ACDC. Is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor. Ms. Harlow.
And tell me who this is again.
This is position number 22, Hollins.
And what are we doing with Ms. Hollins today?
Your Honor, we are going to see if we can have her bond modified because my understanding is that the state is recommending having her case transferred up to Superior Court.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Rhodes. Is this your case?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see, what are you all anticipating doing with Ms. Hollins?
Yes, it is my understanding that this case has been recommended to an upgrade to the DA's office for aggravated assault charges. And I do know that Deputy Falk has sent the recommendation to the DA's office, and so we're awaiting that particular response.
Do you anticipate that you're gonna have it back by Thursday?
Yes, I believe so. As a matter of fact, I'll be here on Thursday, so I'll reach out to Kenneth Hutcherson to make sure that that's happening.
Given that this is a possible DA transfer, Ms. McLeod, I'm gonna give them until Thursday to see if it's transferred. If it's not transferred by that time, then I will consider the bond request, okay?
Your Honor.
Can you hear me, Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, so we'll reset Ms. Hollins for Thursday, 9/26.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and do you have any other cases this morning, Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor, I have number 1 on the add-on calendar, and I also Mr. Green, who was specially set for today to address the issue of his time.
Okay, so I'll let ACDC and Courtroom 2 know that, and we'll be with you as soon as we can. Who would you all like to move to at this time?
Judge Morrow, we're gonna go ahead and alternate and do 1 and 1 between
Okay.
ACDC and courtroom 2. Thank you.
You're
Your
welcome.
Honor,
Where would you like for me to start?
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting, but we have not received add-on calendar. May we please have one?
Of course. Can we send Miss Kim the add-on calendar?
Yes, Your Honor, I sent it last night. It was late. I apologize. Let's see.
Luciano, can you send it to me too, Norris?
Yes, let's see.
Thank you.
Norris, is your first name Alton?
No.
What's your first name?
No, Miss Desiano,
We're not allowed to say that in
Oh,
the
okay,
courts.
I'm sorry. There's multiple Norrises on the email. If someone could just chat me what his
I
name
will
is.
forward. I will forward. it.
She'll forward it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
We could go to position number 10 and 11, my mistake. Position number 44 and 45, Mr. Markel White.
okay.
That's your hand.
Your Honor, this is actually, I had to ask him to do it as a pro se because I believe that he should not take the plea. However, he wants to take the plea, so we cannot represent him.
Okay, good morning, Mr. White. I am Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Let's see, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, Mr. White, you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney represent you in this matter. We have provided you with the assistance of the public defender. Today, it's my understanding that you wish to proceed pro se without her assistance. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, you understand that both these charges carried with them a penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine, and you would like to proceed with taking a plea on the matter today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Let's see. Is Miss Kim still there?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor. Yes.
If he wants to proceed pro se and he wants to accept what the state is offering, I'm going to allow him to do that. I would request though that you assist with the completion of the paperwork.
Absolutely.
If you would, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Miss Desiano.
Your Honor, I'll give a brief factual basis since he's pro se. This incident took place April 15th of 2023. Officers were dispatched to a fight in progress at 2400 Campbellton Road. The caller and the victim in this case, Crystal Carson, advised that she was in a verbal dispute with the defendant when he forced her and her 12-year-old daughter outside of the house. She then advised that the defendant exited the residence and approached her, took her purse, and took his hand around her neck and squeezed, and then at some point pulled the 12-year-old's hair. And those are the two bases for the simple batteries, one against Miss Carson and one against the 12-year-old for pulling her hair. The state's recommending for count 1, Your Honor, 12 months served 26 days, credit for time served 13 days. That's from August 10th to August 13th, 2023. And then September 16th, 2024 to today. No further contact with Crystal Carson, FVIP, and no firearms. And for count 2, Your Honor, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1. No further violent contact with Kanaya Carson. Position 45 will be null pros, Your Honor. And we have been in touch with Miss Carson. She's in agreement with the plea offer. If Your Honor could sound for her. Thank you.
Ms. Carson is present and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Let's see. Mr. White, is that what you understood the offer to be?
Told me time served.
Yes, it's going to be time served, but it's also with the addition of a family violence intervention program, which is a 6-month or so course that you would have to have while you're on probation. Do you understand that?
I was never told anything about no probation or family violence. I was just
Okay.
told it was gonna be
All
time.
right. So it will be time served as far as the jail time, but they're also asking for probation, and they're asking for while you're on probation that you complete this family violence intervention course. So what I would like for you to do, Mr. White, if you'll allow me, is I want you to speak with Ms. Kim about what all that means, and then I'll allow you to come back before me at a later time to see if you do agree with this or if you don't agree with it. Okay, Ms. Kim, are you still there with me?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
So would you mind explaining to him what all that means, that he will be on probation at least until he completes this course? And
Sure.
If he doesn't choose to do so, I will see if well, you just report back to me and let me know what he wants to do. If he wants to move forward, if you wouldn't mind helping him to complete the plea paperwork, the court would want you to do that for us, okay?
Sure. Yes.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll be with you, Mr. White. Who do we have next?
Position number 26, Mr. Jones.
Kim. Kim.
And that's you.
That's me? Okay.
Is it just a plea?
Is this it? Which one was it?
And this is going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
If I remember correctly, I want to double check, Your Honor. Yes, this is negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Jones. Let's see, can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Ms. Desiano?
Your Honor, the state's recommending 12 months, serve 50 days, credit for time served 25 days. That's from August 31st, 2024 to today. Balance probated. Stay away from 1800 Jonesboro Road, which is the Kindred Healing Center, an anti-theft course, and $50 restitution to the victim, Kindred Healing Center. We'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and ID for purposes of the plea. Thank you.
Yes, we do stipulate, Your Honor.
Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense.
Mr. Jones, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006196G, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking, is that correct?
Plead not guilty.
Okay, Ms. Kim?
Would you please call me? So I believe you wanted to get time served and get out of the jail, but
Okay, we'll be back. We'll be back with you, Mr. Jones.
okay.
Next, we can go to position number 10 and 11, Mr. Christopher Curry.
It's my understanding that this is going to be a plea.
It is, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Curry. Let's see, can you raise your right hand for me?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. You can place your hand down. Yes, Mr. Rhodes. Speaking, you're on mute, Mr. Rhodes.
Thank you, Judge. As it relates to position number 10 for Mr. Curry, the state is recommending 12 months, served 26 days, credit for time served 13 days since May 14th through May 16th, and then again on credit from September 15th to present. The balance then be probated. He is to undergo a 6-month family violence intervention program. mental health evaluation and treatment is to have no further violent contact with Ms. Angela Curry. As it relates to position number 11, the failure to appear, upon pleading to position number 10, the state will move to null pros, position number 11.
White,
I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, we just had the pleas negotiated. We would ask for a waiver of fees for 6 months. Actually, that of course is very costly. Mr. Curry has been homeless for some time now, over a year, and does not have the funds at this time. So, and we also ask that the probation go to non-reporting as soon as he's completed all our requirements.
and Mr. White, I'd also ask that you all have a social worker get with him to assist him with housing. So that once he gets out, if he doesn't have a place to stay, that he'll have at least some options, okay?
Okay, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Curry, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 003349C, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury? You don't want a jury trial, do you?
No.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Curry, given your circumstance, I will, which I don't often do, but I want you to be successful, and I understand that you have some things going on. I'll waive 6 months of the probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. Once you complete the terms of the probation, it will go to a non-reporting status. So if you get it all done within that 6 months, then you'll have no additional fees to pay, okay?
Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you.
good luck to you, Mr. Curry. You're welcome.
So I can be released within the next 24 hours.
Okay, who do we have next?
Position number 1, Bowens.
Ms. McLeod, this is your case? Or, no?
I believe it
No,
is plea.
Oh, okay. And what are we doing? This is a negotiated plea, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Bowens. If you'll raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor, as it relates to position number 1, Ms. Bowens, the state is recommending 12 months to serve 110 days, credit for time served of 54 days since February 15th of 2024. Balance to be on probation, that Ms. Bowens undergo a family violence intervention program for 6 months, completes 40 hours of community service, and have no further violent contact with Antoria Bowens, the defendant's daughter. And while on probation, possess no firearms. That's the state recommendation.
Did you anticipate that this was going to be a time served plea, Mr. Rhodes, or not?
I did not. Oh, yes, I do. 55. I believe it's 55 today, Your Honor. So let me amend that to credit for time served 55 days.
Okay. And has she been in 55 days? Yes, Ms. Kim?
Yes, she has been.
Okay. All right. So I just want to make sure that we don't have her doing any extra time if that wasn't what you all had anticipated. So it'll be 110 days credit for time served 55 days, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
No.
All right. Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Bowens, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0007658, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence, is that correct?
No.
Okay, Ms. Kim, we seem to have problems with your clients this morning. Ms. Bowens, let's see, I'll give you the opportunity to speak with Ms. Kim.
Okay,
Ms. Kim, when you get a minute, Ms. Kim, you can call 404-865-8122.
I will do that. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Next, we can go to position number 21, Mr. Holden.
Okay, this is going to be a negotiated plea.
It is, Judge.
Very good. Good morning, Mr. Holden. Can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can place your hand down. Yes, Mr. Rhodes.
Position number 21, the state is recommending time served.
Okay, and that's 56 days credit for time served, 28 days, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Anything further, Mr. White?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Holden, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006463G, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
Yes, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Holden. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Positions 2 and 3, Boynton.
Okay. Representing Mr. Boynton.
Kim. Coming up here.
This is non-negotiated plea. We would like to ask for 3 months probation fees to be waived. She does not have a job and she will have very hard time. So we also want the probation to be non-reporting as well. Other than that, she wants to accept the plea.
Okay, neither of those things make this a non-negotiated plea, as
Correct.
that would be something that I would make a decision on. So other than fees being waived and non-reporting, is there anything else as far as this goes that is not agreed to by Ms. Boynton?
And also, we strongly prefer to have an AA meeting instead of ADET. ADET is very expensive, Your Honor. So we would like to change that to AA meeting, Your Honor.
Okay, so if that's the case, then do we have anyone on? This would be non-negotiated. Do we have anyone on? Oh, yeah. Ms. Smith, ma'am, good morning. Do we have her history? Do you have the history, Mr. Rhodes?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good
If you
morning.
would just be so kind to tell me what position we're on again. I'm double dutying, but I'm here.
Okay, all right, thank you. We're on position number 2, Ms. Kenya Boynton.
Okay. Okay. I do have her history pulled up. There are. Okay, Your Honor, there are 16 cycles. The last cycle is with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office for failure to appear. GCIC does not have the underlying charge for that, Your Honor. There is 51924, possession and use of drug-related objects, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, Your Honor. There is 3224, Model Police Department, Your Honor. Criminal trespass times 2, Your Honor. GCIC has no dispositions listed for those. There is 11/5/2023, Georgia State University Police Department, false statements of writing, conceal facts or fraudulent documents in matter of the government. Simple battery against police officer, Your Honor. Willful obstruction of law enforcement officers.
976.
And public indecency, Your Honor. Public indecency is the first or second conviction listed here on the GCIC, Your Honor. There is no disposition on the GCIC for those charges. 7/11/23 is Georgia State University Police, interferes with Georgia government property. That case was dismissed on 8/28/24, Your Honor. 2/10/23, Model Police Department, criminal trespass, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, which is times 3, Your Honor. Criminal trespass, GCIC does not have a disposition listed for that, Your Honor. There is a 9/2/22 Newton County Sheriff's Office, giving false name, address, or date of birth of law enforcement officer. There is no disposition for that case listed within GCIC. 7/24/22 Henry County Sheriff's Office, failure to appear for a fingerprintable charge, and that is for disorderly conduct. 3/14/22 DeKalb County Police Department, criminal damage to property, 2nd degree. That case does not have a disposition within GCIC, Your Honor. 4/26/19 Forest Park Municipal Court, probation violation. That was a confinement for 30 days or released upon the payment of $1,934. 4/11/2019 Forest Park Police Department, probation violation. That's for suspended license, Your Honor. Would you like for me to continue?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. As it relates to the state's recommendation on position number 2 and 3 for the willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, the state is recommending a time served plea of 22 days, credit for time served 11 days. And on count 2, the possession and use of drug-related objects, the state is recommending 12 months to serve 22 days, credit for time served 11 days, which is a time served plea, but the balance is to be on probation. We're asking that the defendant does undergo an alcohol drug evaluation and treatment. Your Honor, based on the 16 cycles that you just heard, many of them being repeat offenses like willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, as well as possession and use of drug-related objects. We do believe that this may be beyond AA, and we are asking that the defendant undergo an alcohol drug evaluation and treatment. And based on the history, we're asking for no early termination. However, if the court does see fit to waive probation fees, that is completely understandable in this case. Thank you, Your Honor.
And given that it's non-negotiated, Mr. Rhodes, can you tell me what happened?
Sure. All right. Your Honor, on May 19th of 2024 at approximately 11 a.m., Officer Parks and Officer Cook conducted a self-initiated suspicious person call at 854 Proctor Street Northwest. They came across a Miss Kenya Boyington, and during the time they observed her display crack cocaine and a crack pipe. They asked Mrs. Boyington what did she have in her hands, and she stated that she had crack cocaine along with a lighter. They then asked her again, what did she have? And she proceeded to drop everything on the ground. When they told her to put her hands behind her back, she took off running. Once she was apprehended, she then tensed up, starting to interlock her fingers and hands together, actively resisting the arrest. They then gave her multiple verbal commands to put her hands behind her back, but she refused physically and verbally. They informed her that if she did not comply, she would be tased. They proceeded to tase her due to her non-compliance and resisting arrest. She then complied after being stung with the taser. Mrs. Boynton was taken to Grady to get treated for possible injuries due to her being tased, for being combative and very obstructive. The crack pipe was placed into property as evidence, and she was charged under OCGA 1613-32.2 as well as 1610-24. Your Honor, we believe that that was what formed the basis of the willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, as well as the possession of drug-related objects. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Kim, anything further?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, well, given her history, I am going to require that she have a alcohol drug evaluation and a treatment that's necessary. I will waive 3 months of the fees and have it go non-reporting once she's completed a treatment if that's required. That would be the sentence of the court if she wants to enter into a non-negotiated plea.
Ms. Boynton, would you like to say yes or no?
What am I saying yes or no to?
I can, you want me to call you, or basically, you do have a time served, but you do have a probation for 12 months, but 3 months probation fees were waived, and you still have to do alcohol drug evaluation and treatment.
That's fine. So I'll say yes.
Sure.
Okay, if nothing further, Ms. Boynton, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 003107H, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of law enforcement officers and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll
No,
accept, thank you, Ms. Boynton. I'll accept your plea. It'll be a time served plea on count 1. Count 2, it'll be a time served plea, the balance probated, and alcohol drug evaluation and treatment if necessary. 3 months of the fees will be waived to help you get and stay on your feet. Once you complete the alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, I'll have the probation go to non-reporting so that you don't have to pay those fees. Also, I'm not sure if she needs it, Ms. Kim, but if she does, would you please have a social worker visit with her so that if she doesn't have a place to reside, that you can assist her with that?
Yes, Your Honor. Social worker is actually here, so she will definitely call and visit.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Ms. Boynton.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
Next, we can go to position number 28, Mr. Jason Smith. 38, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, this is also non-negotiated.
Your Honor. Yes, he says he is gonna do the plea, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Smith. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Desiano?
Your Honor, state's recommending 12 months served 38 days, credit for time served 19 days. That'll be from September 6, 2024 to today. Balance probated. Stay away from the BP at 2139 Main Street in East Point and complete an SDET. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and ID for purposes of the plea.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, we would like to stipulate, Your Honor.
Anything further?
Your Honor, he made a change of mind, actually, Your Honor. And
Okay.
I really apologize, but he says waiver of arraignment and not guilty.
Okay. Mr. Smith, your case will be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Next,
Position number 20, Hill.
This is also waiver of arraignment and pleading not guilty. Only thing that we would like to ask for is, right now she has a $500 surety bond, and no bonding company supports $500 since it's too low. So we would like to change that to $50 cash bond, Your Honor.
Mr. Rhodes, any objection?
Oh, am I connected, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Is it,
This is position 20, Ms. Hill.
no, I'm objection to, I might not have heard what the,
Apparently this is gonna be a waiver of arraignment, and she has a $500 surety bond. There's a request that it be made a $50 cash bond.
give me one moment. I just pulled up her case. Just want to take a look at the GCIC just quickly. Well, that's about the same, Your Honor. No objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
6 and
We'll
1.
modify, right, we'll modify your bond with all the other previous conditions that were on the bond, Ms. Hill, to a $50 cash bond. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. Who do we have next?
We have the private attorney case. I'm not sure if it's attorney.
She's gonna come on. She said she'd be long in a few minutes.
Okay. We could go with someone at ACBC.
Okay,
Judge, we're gonna go back to position number 1, Bowens. She decided to take her plea.
okay. So who is,
Your Honor,
Ms. Bo-
yes.
okay, so we'd already heard from the state regarding this matter. Ms. Bowens has already been sworn in. You're still under oath, Ms. Bowens. Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, anything further, Mr. Rhodes?
No, Your Honor, nothing further from the state. Thank you.
Okay, so Ms. Bowens, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0007658, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Bowens, this is a time-served plea. I will also have the probation go to a non-reporting status once you complete the term. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on, I have to report to probation and pay those fees, okay? All right, good luck to you, Ms. Bowens.
Your Honor, we can go back to position number 44 and 45, Mr. Markel White, sir.
He made a choice to waive of arraignment and plead not guilty, Your Honor. So I can prepare the paperwork and submit.
Okay. So positions 44 and 45. Mr. White, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
Yeah, see him there.
You weren't even talking to me. You stopped talking to me and came to.
Position number 23 and 24, Howard.
Hello, I'm here.
Let's see, what are we doing with Ms. Howard today?
A waiver of arraignment, not guilty, Your Honor. We just want to ask for bond reduction if possible.
It appears that she missed a court date, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was before whom?
Come on, Your Honor. And that was before Judge Edie.
As you know, Ms. Kim, my normal practice is to return it to the judge who issued the bond for modification. Is there a reason that I should deviate from my practice this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, it will be returned to Judge Edie's, and if a bond modification is, you can make your bond modification at that time. Good luck to you, Ms. Howard.
We had a question? Yes.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Do you want me to call you, Miss Howard?
Can I just ask my question now?
Oh, it depends on what kind of question. Is it
Okay.
reference the bond?
A bond reduction means that my court date would be reset. However, I told you that I was prepared to take the options that we stated, given that the DA is a witness in my case.
That's why you are pleading not guilty. Unless you plead guilty, that's the only way that you can get the deal. I'll be happy to call you so we can discuss further.
And I mean, the only reason I didn't miss a court date, I missed a phone call with my pretrial diversion. And the only reason I missed the phone call with my pretrial diversion, which I have been reporting to for every single month. Every month I report to my pretrial, I never miss. But my phone was stolen, and I have proof that I just got a phone 2 days before being arrested. I'm homeless.
You'll be able to make those. you'll be able to make those arguments, Ms. Howard, before Judge Edie. So I'm asking that that Ms. Kim return your case as soon as she can to his calendar so that he can explain to you if you did misport that you can be able to explain to him the reasons that you did or that you believe that
So
you
then I
did.
would remain in jail.
Until you have a hearing with Judge Edie, yes.
Well, then I would rather take a plea. I have a
Well, I'm not gonna
1-year-old.
allow I'm not gonna allow you to do that this morning. So the case will be returned to Judge Edie, or you do have a bond. So if you make that bond, then you'd be able to get out. Otherwise, if you want it modified, it'll go back to Judge Edie. Good luck to you, ma'am. Who do we have next?
May I?
We could go to jail court's iPhone.
We have positions number 8 and 9. Mr. Clay.
That's Ms. McLeod's case.
You with me, Ms. McLeod?
I did not hear. Which one of my clients is that?
This is positions 8 and 9. Clay? What are we doing with Mr. Clay this morning?
I have not spoken with Mr. Clay on it. I would need to speak
Okay.
with him.
So can we either do a breakout room or call, which would be easier, Joe Court?
I was trying to call her, but I can't get no service up here where I'm at, so a breakout might be better.
Okay, that's fine. So if we can so we're gonna put you into a breakout, Ms. McLeod, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So if we can put the jail court's iPhone and Ms. McLeod into a breakout room, please. Thank you. Is there anyone else that we can take right now?
Courtroom 2 can go next unless they don't have anybody else, then we can go.
Is there anybody else in courtroom 2?
No, Your Honor, we just have the private attorney case. and-
Okay, yes.
This is gonna be position number 46 and 47, Witten.
Your Honor.
Okay, let's see. Yes, Ms. Kim.
Yes, only thing that we would like to ask for is no further violent contact. Complaining witness Shaletia Broom is on the Zoom, and she is not afraid of Mr. China Witten, my client. This happened more than 4 months ago, so we would like to ask for that. Other than that, she is ready to take the plea.
And Your Honor, we have no objection to no violent contact if the victim's okay with that. The last time we spoke with her, she did not want contact, and that's why the offer was no further contact. However, I do see she's on the Zoom, and if we could just briefly examine her and make sure she's okay with it, then the state's fine with no further violent contact.
Okay, yeah, Ms. Champion? Good
Yes,
morning.
Your Honor, I show on the system, this is a conflict case. Ms. McLeod represented the defendant on the C calendar.
Oh, okay. So, we'll let Ms. McLeod get back from the breakout room, and then we will move forward with Ms. Witten. But while we do have Ms. Broom here, Ms. Broom, have you been listening to the conversation regarding contact?
Yes.
Okay, and can you raise your right hand for me, ma'am? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, and it's my understanding, who are you to Ms. Witten?
My ex-girlfriend.
Okay, and you have not had any problems since this alleged offense date, is that right?
That's correct.
And you're not afraid of her?
No.
And you'd like to have contact with her?
Yes, just no violent contact.
Okay. Ms. Desiano, any other questions?
No, Your Honor, covers it.
Okay. All right, thank you for being here this morning, Ms. Broom. So, Ms. Witten, it's my understanding that we're gonna need a conflict attorney, so I'm gonna have to have Ms. McLeod speak with you to make sure that she's okay with the terms of this before we move forward, given that you've been represented by her in the past. So is there anybody else that we can go to in the meantime?
Yeah, Your Honor, we have, Kim has an announcement on position number 44.
So Markel White wanna take the plea now.
Say it again?
He would like to take the negotiated plea, Your Honor.
This is 44 and 45.
And are you representing him?
No, I'm
Ms.
not.
Kim?
No, I'm not representing him.
Okay, have you gone over the paperwork with him for me?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so Mr. White, you're still under oath. They have told you what they are requesting besides it is a time served plea, no further contact with Crystal Carson, the Family Violence Intervention Program, no firearms, and no further violent contact with the Kenethia Carson. Those are the terms that you wanted to accept?
Yes, sir. I was just trying to ask for a little waiver on my probation fees.
Okay, all right, I'll consider that, sir. Are you working?
No, sir.
Okay, when's the last time you had a job?
About a year ago.
So I will, given that you haven't had a job for a while, I will waive some of the fees to help you get on your feet once you get out and give you time to get a job before you have to pay additional fees, okay? Did you get an understanding from Ms. Kim of what the Family Violence Intervention Program will entail?
Yes, I was just gonna ask about the cheaper classes, because I knew I had tried to do it once before and the class was kind of high, I couldn't afford it. So she told me something about $25 classes. I gotta look into that.
Okay, so have you gotten all your questions answered? I guess that's my question. Did you get it? Do we have an understanding? And you want to take the plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anything further, Ms. Desiano?
No, Your Honor, we just ask that you accept the negotiated plea.
Okay. Mr. White, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 004907H, you wish to plead guilty to 2 counts of simple battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been given the opportunity to be represented by counsel. It's my understanding that you want to proceed pro se without the advice of counsel. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You've had the opportunity to go through the plea sheet.
Yes, sir.
And did you go through that line by line?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign the bottom of it?
I haven't signed anything.
Okay, Ms. Kim, you will get him to sign the bottom of it?
Yeah, I was about to print, Your Honor.
Okay, and you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept your plea, Mr. White. Let's see, I'll waive 3 months of the probation fees to help you once you get out to get on your feet so that you can get a job. Once you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status so that you won't have to pay those fees. And so the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and won't have to pay the fees, okay? All right. And it's my understanding that position number 45 is being nullified, right, Ms. Desiano?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good luck to you, Mr. White. Okay, let's see. Where would you all like to go next? Medical or back to ACDC?
Medical.
Okay, who do we have at medical?
This is McLeod client. She's already in a breakout, I think.
Oh, okay, so we can't, so,
This is us.
okay, so let's see. It looks like
Judge, we
Ms.
can
McLeod.
do,
She just came back out of the breakout room. Can we go back to her? Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, so, Ms. McLeod, what are we doing with your client this morning? And remind me again who it is.
Your Honor, this is I'm sorry. This is Mr. Clay, Your Honor. Demetrius Clay, position 8 and 9.
Okay, and what are we doing with Mr. Clay today?
It is going to be entry of a not guilty plea, Your Honor, and I will be filing a waiver of arraignment on his behalf.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Clay, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So Ms. McLeod, we have two of your clients, one that's at ACDC, and one that's at medical. And I believe the one that is at ACDC that you've represented in the past.
Which one is that? I believe I already spoke with her, Your Honor. That was the one that the case was being transferred up to felony.
Who do we have there?
This is gonna be Johnson. She's an add-on, position number 2.
Who do we have?
Okay, I have not been able to speak to her yet. I sent a message out saying I need to speak with Ms. Johnson.
And Ms. McLeod, we have position 46 and 47. Ms. Kim has spoken with her and she would like to enter a plea. However, you represented her at SEA.
What is her name?
China Witten.
Okay. I was with her.
Okay.
Okay, and is Ms. Whitten there at ACDC also?
Yes, she is, Judge. She is.
So can we have Ms. McLeod speak to both of those ladies?
So also Johnson needs to talk to McLeod as well?
Harlan Johnson.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Is it easier to?
And she also has a client in medical.
Okay, and you also have a client in medical, Ms. McLeod. That is, tell me his name again.
Mr. Green? Is that Mr. Green?
Yes.
Okay.
So have you spoken with Mr. Green?
Yes, Your Honor. I have spoken with Mr. Green. Mr. Green is just here for clarification of his time, Your Honor. This has been an ongoing issue. We do need to get it clarified.
Okay, what do we need to clarify since he's here? Maybe we can, what do we need to clarify, Ms. McLeod?
Your Honor, my client took a plea on 4 separate cases, and the agreement was that it would be 12 months to serve with credit for above 119 days from the 30th of July. The jail is still not showing that information. Based on when he took the plea, Your Honor, he would be coming out in the next few days. But up until now, the jail is not been giving him credit for the appropriate time. He came on last week with Judge Lal, and Judge Lal said she would put it off until today, since the plea had been taken with you, and that we would have the opportunity to clarify everything. I have gone and looked at all the pleas, and I have all the language of all the pleas, and based on the language, my client should be getting out somewhere around the 27th of September. But up until now, give on a 2-for-1 basis, and up until now, it is not showing in the system, and we just wanted to get that clarified.
Okay.
I think Judge Lal had told the state that, it should be addressed today, Your Honor, with you.
And Your Honor, let me chime in. This is Lamar Rose. I have lost connection, and so I am on my phone. But I do remember this case in particular from last week. Fortunately, I don't have technology right now, but what I could say from my look at the actual case is that when the pleas were taken, and I believe that was about 2 weeks ago, it gave him inaccurate credit
for days, it gave him inaccurate amount of time in terms of credit. So he has been in on multiple cases, including felony cases. And unfortunately, I don't believe that the jail, when they equated the time, equated his felony, the time that he did on his felony charges. They only gave him credit for the time that he actually served on his misdemeanor charges, which does not equate to the amount of time that he was told he would be given, which is why in many cases I'm somewhat against calculating the time, because that's a function of the jail to calculate the time. And so it seems as if you were to go on the jailing sheet, on the jailing screen, there is a jail tabulation tab where it talks about what days he actually served for what particular charge. And it seems like the bulk of the days that he served were for his felony charges. And so therefore, I believe he had only served something like on last week, 87 days or so on the misdemeanor charges. And so he would have been inaccurately given credit for time served on charges that were not affiliated with this particular case. So that's why in many instances, we ought to allow the jail to calculate the time. So I just wanted to give clarification that that's what I saw. Unfortunately, I am not connected right now. I'm on my iPhone, so I cannot tell you what screen that is, Your Honor.
I took the liberty to do all the research. I have all the documents full of all the pleas that he took, all the offers that were made on FF, the actual offers that I received from Ms. Falk. All of those are in his file. And he was offered a credit for 119 days. And after he took the plea, we can't go back and say it's less time. So he has to get his credit for 119 days because he took those pleas based on the understanding that he would receive credit for 190 days as of the 30th of July. It says that in all the plea paperwork and on all the offers that were actually received from Ms. Falk. So he has to get that because that's the basis on which he took these pleas.
And I do understand the concern. What I'm merely suggesting is when calculating the time, that's a function of the jail and the Department of Corrections. And what Ms. Falk can't do is give time for time he has not served on the misdemeanor charges. So
that
if it
well
was,
so, but she gave him 119 days. So he had
and
to
he
get,
hasn't, and I don't believe he served 119 days
it
on these
doesn't
particular.
matter. That's what she gave him.
You can't. The state cannot give time. It has to be the time is calculated by the county jail and by the sheriff's office. The state, Ms. Falk cannot give that time, is what I'm saying. I'm not dispute what you're saying she said, because that's in writing, Ms. McLeod. So I do understand your concern. But what I am saying is that it's probably not the best practice, because we don't give time, nor do we calculate time, nor can we guarantee 2 for 1. That's something that the sheriff, and that's something that I'm sorry, Mr. McLeod. That's something that the sheriff does.
Yes, but I believe that, let me just say, I believe that if he took a plea thinking that he was going to get a certain amount of days and I think that's why you all go through this extensive thing of saying from this date to that date and this date to that date is the time that he's getting served. I mean, you all make it very specific so that you all know what they know. I don't have any of this before me today because this is the first that I'm hearing about this. Ms. McLeod, if I'm going to put this off until Thursday while I'll be the judge, if you will send me what your calculations are, and if we can, Ms. Champion, if we can pull the paperwork that I signed on this, and if you can get that to me so I can take a look at it, I'll make a decision on this by Thursday. I'm just.
Your Honor,
Okay.
Mr. Jordan just said something.
And Your Honor, I would say that I agree that if the intent was time served, then the intent was time served. So I do understand what Your Honor is saying. If the intent all along was time served, I think that it should be time served. I'm just saying that we probably should just say time served instead of trying to calculate time, because we shouldn't be calculating time. But I do understand what the court is saying.
Right, okay, thank
Um,
you,
May
Mr. Rhodes.
I say something else on all of this? On the 31st of July, Mr. Jordan sent out an email about the miscalculation of time. Ms. Lewis is copied on it. We have been going back and forth. I've sent several emails to Ms. Walk about correcting this. My client has been calling from jail. His husband calling his brother. This is pretty significant. Because he has holes in other jurisdictions. He's been trying to bond out to go to these holes and to be still in Fulton County because it was I even sent an email to his second plea because he took a total of 4. It was 4. He took 3 on the 30th, then he took the other plea, and I sent a specific email to Ms. Falk to clarify the terms of the plea. And she clarified it to say that it would be 6 months.
Okay, we have lost,
And anything we can do to fix it, Your Honor, as it relates to making sure that he received time served, because I do believe that that was the intent of the state, so.
okay, so can y'all just work this out, the time, and whatever
Yes.
you all work out as far as the time goes, and it'll be a time served, please, so we can have him move on. So, Ms. McLeod,
He should be coming out on the 27th of September.
okay, so you work that out with Mr. Rhodes, and y'all do that today, and then, you know, if you need to present something for me to sign, I'm happy to sign it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
All right, thank
Mr.
you,
Rhodes.
Mr. McLeod. I will get in contact with you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
very good. All right, Mr. Green, good luck to you, sir.
So Your Honor, do you want me to also reset it to the 26th just to make sure everything is straight?
Yes, let's do that. And if they get everything straight, we can take it off. Thank you, Ms. Champion.
If we can go to the private attorney case, position number 32 and 33.
Okay. Let's see, you with me, Ms. Rockwell?
Judge, and you're saying he has 2 cases?
Oh, he has a failure to appear that I think that they picked him up on.
Okay, is that a case that we have to handle, or does it get handled once we resolve the?
Normally what they do is they null pros the failure to appear if you all
Got
take a plea together.
Got it,
Ms.
okay.
Rockwell, did you receive an offer? I can send it to you in the
So-
chat.
Okay, so I have the plea paperwork that I did with Ashley Stafford and Camille Reddick. I just amended the dates and put Lamar Rhodes' name on it / by Ashley Stafford. That is the plea that I had worked out with them, but he has done substantially more time than what the offer is. Should I send that to you? Or can Mr. Rhodes look it up, or is he gone?
He's on the
This
Zoom,
should-
but
This
this is my
I'm still
case.
here.
Okay, Mr. Rhodes, can you send that offer to the new prosecutor, please?
Sure. Did you email it to me? Ms. Rockwell, I've lost all connection.
Oh, okay. Let me just email it to, could,
If you
I'll
email it
chat
to
you.
me, I can forward it to her from my phone.
I did.
Okay.
I did, but I can send it straight to her. She puts her email in the chat, and it's got everything. It's well, she would need to change her name and take your name off of it. But it's the offer that we worked out in front of Judge Edline. The only thing is he's got substantially more days in jail since that offer.
This Joseph Parker, I do have it. I will forward it to her now.
Okay, Taylor, I see it, but it's coming from you. I'll stand down. And Judge, I did not realize he was on for today. Are y'all at the conclusion of your calendar?
If we have more to go, Ms. Rockwell, so I'll give Ms. Desiano a minute to look over the terms, and if you want to go ahead and take the plea today, we can get that done.
I would love to, Judge, because it means he's gonna get out.
Okay.
There's no way he can go to the back of the courtroom and give me a call, is there?
Courtroom 2, can Mr. Parker, okay, Ms. Rockwell speak with Mr. Parker?
Yes, if she could call extension 22060.
Hey, Tom. You got your side. What? No.
Okay, stand by. I'm gonna call now.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. Is there anyone else that we can take right now?
We can go with position number 15.
Thank you. 15, is that what you said? You say 15, so that's fine.
So this is Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, and what are we doing with Mr. Glenn today?
Ms. Lynn's a negotiated plea, Your Honor. Unlike the rest of the county.
Hello?
Okay, Mr. Glenn, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, good morning. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. This your case, Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, sir. As it relates to position number 15, Mr. Glenn, the state's recommendation is 12 months credit for the time that he's already served in custody since September 9th of 2024, and then the balance to be suspended. The only thing what we ask during the period of suspension is that he stay away from summer classes located at 855 Holcomb Bridge Road in Roswell, Georgia. Thank you, Your Honor.
Whatever the paperwork goes through. Yes, ma'am.
Anything
That's
further,
all.
Mr. White?
Nothing further.
Mr. Glenn, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0063808, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Glenn. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Judge, I just have a quick announcement for Ms. McLeod. Ms. McLeod, we're trying to contact you.
Are you with us, Ms. McLeod?
49. August
Judge,
19.
while we're waiting, I have an announcement as well. Position 18, Mr. Hendricks. We had that case as a reset because he didn't appear at the window and it was an extra time plea. But I have spoken with him and he has agreed to the state's offer if you want to handle that.
Okay. Is he, is this
18 and
Mr.
8.
Hendricks? Is this right here, Mr. White?
This is, Judge.
I've got my GED.
And, Mr. Rhodes, are you all prepared to go forward on Mr. Hendricks' case?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Hendricks. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. The state, as it relates to position number 18, has made an offer of 12 months to serve 120 days. He should receive credit for time served, and according to these calculations, he served 33 days from February 17, 2024 to March 8, 2024. And then he was again arrested on September 13th of 2024 until present. So the total calculation should be 33 days, hopefully solely on these charges. The balance to be on probation. He is to receive, he is to undergo 8 weeks of anger management and to have no further contact with Mr. Marquise Brown. And we ask that he stay away from the T, which is located at 465 Boulevard, Southeast Atlanta. Thank you, Your Honor.
Right.
Nothing further, Judge. We just ask you to accept the pleas negotiated.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Hendricks, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0008003E, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery. Is that correct?
Can I ask you a question, please, before
You can ask Mr. White a question.
Hold
Hold on. Go ahead and mute Mr. White if you want him. You need to talk to him.
Portia, mute your mic.
Because the last,
We got it straightened out, Judge.
the last attorney that I spoke to said 23 days. Man went up to 7.
We ready to move forward?
We are, Judge.
Okay, so, Mr. Hendricks, I believe that, my question to you was, in case 24 CR 0008003E, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, is that right?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Giving up my rights.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Really?
Okay, so I can't accept the plea if,
No, he
We ain't got time for you to be playing.
No,
We have this judge.
no, he didn't.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
didn't. No.
okay, let me ask you again. Are you giving your plea freely and voluntarily with a full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Hendricks. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're the one that tell him.
Next, Judge, we have position number 26, Mr. Jones, and that's Kim's
Okay.
client.
So have you had an opportunity to speak with him, Ms. Cameron? What are we doing,
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Waiver of arraignment and not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Jones, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Who do we have at jail court side phone?
We have position number 14, Mr. Forrest.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is a negotiated plea.
It is, Judge.
Okay, good morning. Mr. Forrest, can you hear me okay?
Yes, good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
No.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Who's presenting for the state?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Your Honor, which case is this?
14.
Position number 14, Mr.
That's
Forrest.
Mr. Rhodes.
14, I'm sorry, I thought I heard 26, I apologize.
You're fine.
Mhm.
Whenever you're ready.
Your Honor, as it relates to position number 14, There are a total of 3 counts. On count number 1, the theft by taking, the state's recommendation is 12 months credit for time that he's already served, balance on probation, no further contact with Josh Parekh, and I'm going to spell that Jash. Last name is Parekh. That he undergoes an anti-theft course and that he stay away from Georgia Tech property. On count number 2, the willful obstruction, that he receives time served concurrent with count 1. On count number 3, that he receives time served concurrent with counts 1 and 2. And that is the recommendation of the state. Thank you, Your Honor.
Right, anything further?
So you're just asking to waive the first couple months of probation fees, allow him to get on his feet so they pay for that course. And then ask that his probation go non-reporting once he completes that.
Okay, let's see, Mr. Forrest, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006411E, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, and loitering and prowling. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Forrest, given that you only have to do an anti-theft class, which you should be able to get done very quickly. I'm not going to waive any fees, but I'm going to have your probation terminate as soon as you complete the anti-theft class. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation and you'll get this behind you, okay?
Okay, I appreciate that, Judge.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Forrest.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have next?
We have positions number 36 and 37, Mr. Smith.
Okay. And this is also a negotiated plea?
That's yours, Kim, 36, 37? It is, Judge. Ms. Kim is on her way.
Yes, Your Honor,
Okay.
this is negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Smith. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, also, yes, Judge Eric, I can hear you, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay, good. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down, Mr. Smith. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Your Honor, state's recommendation is 12 months, served 66 days, credit for time served 33 days. That's from June 14th to June 16th, 2024, and then August 22nd, 2024 to today. Balance probated, stay away from MARTA in accordance with his permanent ban, and position 37 to be null pros. We'd ask this defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and ID for purposes of the plea.
And given that there are no, if he has a permanent ban, there are no terms to be probated, Ms. Desiano. Did you?
Your Honor, the reason for the probated sentence is because of his previous convictions. He's had suspended balances in the past, and the state requests monitoring at this point because he keeps going back to MARTA.
Okay. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. As long as they have, they don't have a suspension against him, I don't think that we should be monitored.
He has a permanent ban, Ms. Kim, and he has 4 previous convictions for criminal trespass at MARTA, which is why the state's requesting a probated sentence at this point, so that if he goes back there, then there can be repercussions with his probation.
But you can also do with a suspended.
What's the issue? What's the issue, Ms. Kim?
Nothing, Your Honor.
I mean, does he have a stable place to stay? Is there something that you can tell me as to why it should not be probated? I mean, I don't want to set him up for failure, number one. If there's something that I need to know about this young man,
Can we do non-reporting probation? I'm just afraid that he does not have a job right now. He's not gonna be able to pay for probation fees.
Right, and that's my concern is that I don't want him to, so he'll be on probation, but when he goes and checks in, then I'll have it go non-reporting this time. But Mr. Smith,
Yes,
if
sir.
you can't go
Yes,
back to, you cannot go back to MARTA. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understand.
I don't want you to say I don't want you to say anything to me, but I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you out. But if you go back to MARTA, they're just gonna arrest you again and you're gonna be right back here. You understand me?
Yes, Judge Eric, I understand.
Okay, all right. Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Smith, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 003825E, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by Ms. Kim. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Smith. I'm gonna have your probation go to a non-reporting probation. So once you go and you report the first time, then you're not gonna have to go back and report again, and you're not gonna have to pay those fees, okay? But if you get rearrested for going back to MARTA, they're gonna there'll be consequences. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Ms. Kim, have you inquired as to, does he have a stable place to stay?
Do you have a stable place to stay? I thought he did, but.
Okay, well,
I'm staying with my brother Trey, Judge Eric, but I have his number, but one of his numbers isn't working. So my sister, I had to call my sister at the court, and so she can give me his number because I'm staying with my brother. So
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you have someplace to stay, Mr. Smith. All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge Eric.
You're welcome. Who do we have next?
Next, we have position number 17, Mr. Harper.
That's fine. And this is also going to be a negotiated plea?
It's wrong.
Good morning, Mr. Harper. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. Relates to position number 17. The state's recommendation is 12 months to receive credit for time he's already served since September 8th, 2024, and that the balance be suspended. The only condition that we ask for on the suspended sentence is that he stay away from Kroger, located at 590 Cascade Avenue Southwest in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Harper, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006371J, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, I do. Understand.
Has anybody forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Harper. You know you can't go back to that Kroger, right?
No, I never will go back.
All right. All right. Good luck to you,
learned my
sir.
lesson.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Good luck, Mr. Harper.
Next, we have position number 18 and 19,
Which one?
Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker.
Oh.
So
Mrs. Rockwell's client,
That's what I thought.
What number is this?
18 and 19. I mean,
That's not true.
sorry, Your Honor. Yeah.
I believe it's 32 and 33, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, Ms. Rockwell, have we worked everything out?
I don't know. I was just texting or chatting with ASG Desiano.
I just
Okay.
have one question, Ms. Rockwell. The count
Yes.
4 is a reckless driving. The plea paperwork that you provided says that it's basic rules.
That was just the offer that was given to me by Camille Reddick.
Okay.
I changed the offer, the recommendation from the state, instead of 3 days, I changed it to 20 days because he's been in 10 days. On the plea signature page, I don't have your name on it. I have Ashley Stafford and Mr. Lamar Rhodes. Do you want me to stand down for you to change that?
I'll change it real quick and then we can proceed. And I need to, Your Honor, I need to amend the accusation for the reckless. So if we could take one case in between, so I have a second to do that, and then we'll be ready.
Okay. So we'll be with you, Mr. Parker.
Thank you, Judge. I'll stand down. Thank you so much.
So who do we have on the jail court's iPhone?
We have on the add-on calendar, position number 1, Mr. Johnson.
One in the add-on.
Is that Ms. McLeod's case? Are you with me, Ms. McLeod?
I am, Your Honor. Is that Mr. Colin Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine. And I have yet to speak with him, Your Honor. I do need to speak with him.
Okay. So
discuss the state offer.
Okay. So can we put you all into a breakout room? So Ms. McLeod and jail court's iPhone into a breakout room, please.
Your Honor, this is Will Kelbaugh.
Yes, Mr. Kelbaugh.
Is it possible, is Mr. Marquez Stevens still available at the jail? Because I did receive the plea offer from ASG Desiano, and if it's possible for me to talk to him, I'd like to convey it to him and see if it was something he was interested in accepting today, because it would result in him getting out of jail rather than waiting until Thursday.
Okay, courtroom 2. Is there anyone with me in courtroom 2?
He's on 4 South where the jail iPhone is.
Oh,
available.
Mr. Stevens is?
Yes, he's on 4 South.
Okay, so we will Mr. Kelbaugh will try to raise him. Ms. McLeod is in a breakout room with the iPhone right now, so
Okay.
I'll put you into a breakout room with him when we do have him, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, is there anyone else that we can take right now?
Yes, Judge, this is gonna be position 46 and 47, Witten. And that's Miss McLeod's case.
Okay, well, she's in a breakout room right now, so we'll be with Ms. Whitten.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna hold until Ms.
Judge,
Desiano.
we're trying to find out about Miss Horton Johnson. She's on the add-on calendar for position number 2. We're trying to see who's representing her for today. Miss Kim.
Let me finish up talking to her.
Kim, you're gonna represent her?
Okay, so I can represent her. Let me talk to her.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Miss Kim.
Okay, thank you. Hello?
Okay, we'll be in recess until someone's ready.
Okay, Your Honor, I've filed down the amended accusation for Mr. Parker.
Okay. And so what, so I have him with 3 DUIs and the reckless. What was amended?
The reckless was amended to too fast for conditions.
Okay.
Take a plea. The other case will really with that impact.
Okay, are we ready to proceed on Mr. Parker's case?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Parker. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. Can you raise your right hand for me, sir?
Sir.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Desi.
Your Honor, the state's recommendation for count 1 is 12 months probation served, 20 days, credit for time served, 10 days, $1,000 fine, ADET, DUI risk reduction, victim impact panel, 240 hours of community service, no drugs or alcohol, random testing, ignition interlock. Counts 2 and 3 will merge with count 1. And count 4 basic rules will be 12 months probation consecutive to count 1 and defensive driving. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and ID for purposes of the plea. And he also has a failure to appear, Your Honor, which the state will move to null pros upon his taking of the plea.
Okay, Ms. Rockwell.
Judge, that is our understanding of the recommendation. What I'd also ask, I hope it's not going to be a deal breaker, but once he successfully completes the first 24 months, could the second 24 months, I'm sorry, the first 12 months, could the second 12 months either be terminated or go to non-report?
I have no
I
objection
could,
to that, Your Honor.
okay, I'll have it go non-reporting, Ms. Rockwell.
The only other thing is whoever's writing the sentence up, because I'm always nervous about the calculation of time. My understanding, he did turn himself in, Judge. We missed a plea date because he had child care issues that he knew he was going to go into custody. So he missed a plea date, but then he turned himself in the following Sunday. We would ask the court to put, or the clerk to put on the paperwork credit for time served and commuted to time served, please. The original offer was 3 days. We just bumped it up because the amount of jail time that he had.
Okay, so there is no argument that he has served 10 days in custody. Is that correct?
I never know what the jail has, Judge, just because sometimes it takes 2 days to get booked in. But the original offer was 3 days. He says he's been in 10 days, but I just want to that's why I changed it to 20 days, just so the offer would look more robust. But I would ask the clerk to put credit for time served and commuted to time served, so there's no issue.
Well, the problem with that is that the jail determines the time that's served. So we try to get it correct so that they have it correct on their paperwork. They can only give him credit for the time that he served, and we seem to have some problems with that. Can someone verify how much time he's actually served?
I have that he's been in custody, Your Honor, since September 15th. So from September 15th to today, that's been 10 days. Ms. Rockwell, if you want to just put 10 days on the plea paperwork instead of 20
I'll
days.
change it one more time, Judge. One more time. I'm sorry, I'll stand down. We just want to make sure that he doesn't, that we're not changing it, making him serve more time. I'll stand down,
No,
Judge.
I understand. No, let's go ahead. Can we go ahead and do that now so that
Yeah, let's
so
take the plea, Judge, and I'll send it in. Okay.
okay. So it's gonna be credit for 10 days, 12 months to serve 10 days, credit for time served 10 days. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. So if nothing further, Mr. Parker, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 000229D, you wish to plead guilty to driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs and too fast for conditions. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she doesn't have to be.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir, I do.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Parker, let's see, after the first 12 months, if you have successfully completed the terms of the probation, I'll have the second 12 months go to non-reporting, so you don't have to pay those fees, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, if nothing further, good luck to you, Mr. Parker.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
You're
you, Judge.
welcome.
May I be excused?
Yes, have a good rest of your day, Ms. Rockwell.
Thank you, Judge.
Who do we have
This is-
next?
This is position 46 and 47, Whitson.
And what are we doing with Ms. Whitton, Ms. McLeod?
Your Honor, this is going to be a negotiated plea.
Okay. Let's see, Ms. Whitten, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. And before I move forward, just let me know, who do we have with the jail court's iPhone? Who do we have there?
This is, Mr. Johnson, position on the add-on calendar, position number 1.
That is also going to be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay, and who do we have at medical?
Position number 25, Randall Irving.
Okay, it's my understanding that Mr. Irving's case there's gonna be a waiver. So do we have anyone that can verify that for me?
That's correct, Judge, and I noted that he did not need to appear in court today.
Right, okay, so Mr. Irving, your case is being returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you. Okay, so Ms. Desiano, Ms. Whitten.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served, 38 days, credit for time served 19 days. That's May 29th to June 7th, 2024. And then September 16th, 2024 to today. No further violent contact with Shalithia Broom. No, the stay away is not necessary anymore. 8 weeks of anger management and no firearms. Your Honor spoke with Miss Broom. She's okay with no violent contact. We'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and ID for purposes of the plea. Thank you.
We do so stipulate.
Anything further, Ms. McLeod?
Your Honor, I would ask the court to waive some of my clients' probation fees, Your Honor, in order to allow her to complete the 8 weeks of anger management, and also if her probation could go non-reporting once she has completed.
Okay. Ms. Whitten, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 003317C, you wish to plead guilty to battery, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, I understand that.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Whitten. Let's see, you should be able to get through the 8 weeks of anger management relatively quickly. I'm not inclined to waive any fees, but I will have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and won't have to pay those fees, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck to you, Ms. Whitten.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see, do we want to go to Mr. Johnson now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, we're completed here at ACDC. Thank you.
Okay, yes, y'all have a good rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. You do as well.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a negotiated plea, I believe.
Yes.
Yes,
As it relates to Mr. Johnson, on count one, the battery charge, the state recommendation is 12 months to serve 36 days. Credit for time served since September 7th, 2024. They say that's when he was arrested. And then balance on probation. He is to undergo 8 weeks of anger management, and he is to stay away from the Gateway located at 275 Prior Street Southwest in Atlanta, Georgia. No further contact with Mr. Edward Dennis. And on count two, we just asked that it merge with count one.
And let's see, do we know how many days he's getting credit for?
Your Honor, the calculations that they have is that he's been in since September 7th, 2024. And so if my math is correct, that would be 18 days. However, I believe the intent is that he is to receive credit for the time that he's already served and then the balance on probation.
Ms. McLeod, anything further?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is currently unemployed, Your Honor, and is also challenged when it comes to accommodation. He's residentially challenged, so I would ask the court to consider waiving 2 months of his probation fees to give him an opportunity to complete the anger management courses, and that his probation can go non-reporting thereafter.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006324H, you wish to plead guilty to battery, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Johnson. I will waive, because of your circumstances, 2 months of the probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Your Honor, I believe that concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good rest of your day, Ms. McLeod.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jail court's iPhone?
That's all we have. That's all I have.
Okay, we're trying to get off. Are you on 4th floor? We need a Mr. Marquez Stevens.
Yes, I'm on 4 South. Marquez Stevens. Do you know where he is?
Yes.
His address?
Do we know where Mr. Stevens is? Is there in courtroom? Anyone in courtroom 2 can help me out?
What number?
Oh, he's position 39 and 40. Mr.
Okay.
Mr. Kelbaugh wants to speak with him.
Yes, I see where he is. He's corridor 504. I can go get him.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's the one that we didn't have a.
Oh, that's the represented by Mr. Will Kelbaugh.
Right, but they just wanted to know where he was.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see. And
Get the-
what are we doing with positions 2 and 3 on the add-on? Courtney Johnson.
Okay. Yeah.
Is someone representing Courtney Johnson?
Your Honor. Ms. Kim just stepped out of the courtroom. I believe she is. I believe it's going to be a not guilty and a waiver, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we were going to address her. Except for Mr. Kelbaugh's case, let's see, position. Okay, and I know that who's representing Miss Angela Morrow?
Actually, Your Honor, she is medical reset. She's at the, medical setting right now.
Okay. When do you want to reset her until, Ms. Kim?
Thursday, because she can take a plea and she can be released for time served, but she's right now very sick.
Judge, I don't know.
Okay,
No, Ms.
I've
Morrow.
I've addressed Ms. Morrow in the past, so
Yeah.
okay, so we'll see her on Thursday. That's position number 29. While we're waiting on Mr. Kelbach's client and Ms. Johnson, let's see, can we start the DV bench warrant calendar? See who's represented. Is Mr. Brandon Alexander on?
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Alexander. Who's representing Mr. Alexander?
I don't have any representation.
We normally provide you with a public defender to represent you at these hearings, Mr. Alexander.
Yes, sir.
Is there someone that can speak with Mr. Alexander? Have you all spoken with any of the bench warrant
Judge,
calendar people?
speak with him.
Say it again?
I can speak with him if you could, just call the
Okay.
room.
All right, so can we get him the phone number?
Yes, Judge, we'll attempt to put it in chat. This is not my forte.
Okay, I understand. Let me see who else we have on with me. Mr. Wayne Cheney.
Yes, sir. I'm present.
Yes.
You have
And
your file?
say it again, Ms. Kim.
Oh, actually, I called and I was not able to talk, and also I emailed him. I just want to make sure I'll be happy to talk to him, but I believe he had a private attorney. But I want to know.
No, sir. I was informed in court the other week that I did have an attorney, and then he sent me an email requesting payment. So I had submitted all the paperwork that I needed to get a court appointed, because at the time I don't have the money to pay for a lead private attorney.
Call.
Okay, all right, so if you'll put your number in the chat, we'll have someone call you also, or
Yes, sir. How do I do that? Because I don't know how to do that. I don't want to leave the thing.
You have to check, you can check your phone number to courtroom 2, and I'll be able to call. Because right now, another person is using the phone. You can put the phone number.
all right, and we also have Mr. Desmond Sellers. Mr. Sellers, are you with me?
She's represented by private attorney, Nicole Began.
Oh, okay.
He's been reset a couple times, Your Honor, because Ms. Fagan had conflicts. I didn't see a conflict filed for today, but if she's not here, that might be why. But I see Ms. Sellers on the line.
Correct.
Ms. Sellers, are you with me?
Downtown. Okay, I mean, I would go there.
Desmond Sellers.
The main courthouse downtown. Okay, can you win personally? Okay, we shouldn't have it. No worries.
Mr. Wayne, did you get my phone number? I got yours. Okay.
Ready to proceed on Mr. Alexander?
Yes, sir.
And so I take it that Mr. Alexander missed a court date?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Alexander missed. This case has been pending since 2019, Your Honor. The court date that he missed was arraignment calendar back in 2022, February 23rd in Judge Mather's courtroom. There does appear to be returned mail at that address. The envelope was addressed to defendant, but then when it the space for the address, it just said no known address. So obviously it wasn't deliverable to him. The defendant did provide the court with an updated address on the 17th of this month, Your Honor, 2621 Church Street, apartment 408 in East Point. And there's also a note to file on the case manager that shows that the defendant will come by the court on the 18th for his court date update and update his form, which it appears he's already done that.
Oh. Okay, and that's your present address, Mr. Alexander?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anything further, Mr. White?
Yeah, that's what he explained to me too, and so we just have to set aside the warrant.
Okay, so I'm gonna set it aside this time, Mr. Alexander. It's your responsibility to keep your information updated with the court, whether you move or anything of that nature. So we'll set it aside on this one occasion, but if you miss another court date, it won't be set aside next time, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Kim, are we ready to proceed with Mr. Cheney?
Yes, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Desiano, I take it that Mr. Cheney missed the court date?
Yes, Your Honor, he missed arraignment with Judge Morrison, August 16th, 2024. There is returned mail. His previous address that he provided was 5635 Union Point Drive in Union City. It appears he's updated his address with the court as of September 9th to 185 Briar Gate Place in Fayetteville.
Your Honor, he was actually incarcerated and evicted from the old address while he was incarcerated. And the court knew that, I mean, it should have never been sent to the old address, Your Honor.
Okay, so the address that the court has at the present time is the correct address?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
sir. For some reason, I can't hear everybody. My phone is like low for some reason. It's not on speaker no more. Hold on.
Okay,
I'll try to turn it up. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Yes,
okay,
sir.
can you hear me? Can you hear me okay now, Mr. Cheney?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna set aside this bench warrant this time. Since you provided your updated address, it's your responsibility to keep the court updated as to where you are or to stay in touch with the court. So we'll set it aside this time, but know that if you miss another court date, it won't be set aside the next time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
All right. Thank you. Can I speak back with the attorney?
Yeah, I can call you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Have a good one. Are you gonna call me now, or are you going to?
Later after the court is over. Is it okay?
Oh, okay. Okay. So I leave now. Just exit out. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so we still have to I'm not sure why Ms. Sellers is not responding. We have on the add-on calendar Johnson, and we have Mr. Calabas's client. While we're waiting for those, Ms. Champion.
Is it Courtney Johnson at the add-on calendar? She's my client, and announcement is waiver of arraignment, not guilty.
Okay. All right, so her case will be returned to the division judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we're just waiting on the iPhone to get Mr. Calabas's client. In the meantime, Ms. Champion, can we go over the calendar?
Yes, Your Honor. On the DV case, Mr. Desmond Sellers, his attorney, Ms. Fagan, filed a conflict. She's starting trial in Superior Court with Judge Cross today.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Sellers, your case will be placed on the calendar for Thursday. See if she's available at that time.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day, sir. We'll see you back on Thursday.
All right.
Okay. Position number 1 was a plea. Number 2 was a plea. Position number 3 was a non-pros. Position number
Ms. Champion, I'm sorry, since we do have the jail court's iPhone, let me go ahead and place them into Mr. Calaba, you with me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're gonna place Mr. Calaba and the jail court's iPhone into a breakout room so that you all can discuss.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll get that done. I'm sorry, Ms. Champion. I just wanted to get them into the breakout room.
Problem, Judge. Position number 1 was a plea. Position number 2 was a plea. Position number 3 was a non-pros. Position number 4, defendant was released, reset further notice. Position number 5, defendant was released, reset further notice. Position number 6, same announcement. Position number 7 was a non-pros. Position number 8 is reset further notice, jail jury. Same announcement for number 9. Position number 10 was a plea. Position number 11 was a non-pros. Position number 12 is going to be reset to the October 1st SAP. Same announcement for position number 13. Position number 14 was a plea. Position number 15 was a plea. Position number 16 is going to be reset to the Thursday calendar to straighten out the time on it. Position number 17 was a plea. Position number 18 was a plea. Position number 19 was a non-pros. Position number 20 is going to be reset further notice. Jail jury the bond was modified to a $50 cash bond. Position 21 was a plea. Position 22 is reset SAP 926. Position 23, reset further notice jail jury, same announcement for 24. Position 25, reset further notice jail jury. Position 26, reset further notice jail jury. Position 27, reset further notice, defendant release. Same announcement for 28. Position 29 is reset to the SAP 926. Position 30 and 31, reset further notice, jail jury. Position 32 was a plea. Position 33 was a non-pros. Position 34 is going to be reset to the SAP 10-1. Position 35, reset further notice, jail jury. Position 36 was a plea. Position 37 was a non-pros. Position 38, reset further notice, jail jury. Position 39, reset SAP 926. Position 40, reset SAP 926. Position 41, reset further notice, defendant released. Position 42, reset further notice, jail jury. Position 43, reset further notice, jail jury. Position 44 was a plea. 45 was a non-pros. 46 was a plea. 47 was a non-pros. Add-on position number 1 was a plea. Add-on 2 and 3 is going to be reset further notice, jail jury. And add-on 4 is reset SAP 926. Any questions?
Yes, Ms. Champion, did Deputy Falk already submit a non-pros for position number 7, or does one need to be submitted?
No, she's already submitted it.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Positions 39 and 40, that's who Mr. Calaba is talking with right now. If he wants to take a plea, we'll take that this morning. Not, we'll wait for his announcement on that.
Okay.
All right, court will be in recess until Mr. Calaba and the jail court's iPhone returns.
Ms. Champion, have you received paperwork from Sakani Crawford?
Yes, I did.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Kilbasa.
Recording in progress.
Your Honor, he would like to enter the plea. If I could just, is ASG Desiano there? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. If it's possible, I understand this is two cases, but it's two cases with the same victim. Is it possible that he could use his first offender for both cases? Since they are related.
I'm not agreeable to that. I'm not agreeable.
So you would not agree to first offender?
That's correct.
Okay.
Ms. Desiano, can you give me a call right quick?
Sure.
Your Honor, if I could just wait for the Mr. Rose and Ms. Desiano to talk, and then I'll decide if we need to have another breakout with Mr. Stevens. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, Your Honor. We want to object to first offender. We consolidate the cases for purposes of trial. That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's see, can you unmute their jail court's iPhone for me, please? Yes, Mr. Stevens, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Mr. Desiano.
Your Honor, we have a slight correction on what you have in front of you. The time calculation is a little off, but for purposes, the recommendation for position 39 is going to be 12 months served 34 days, credit for time served 17 days. That's from January 16th to January 17th of 2024, and then September 8th, 2024 to today, balance probated. No further contact with Shakira Jones, family violence intervention, and no firearms. For position 40, count 1, criminal trespass, 12 months probation, concurrent with count 2, $300 restitution to the Cameron Run Apartments, address 4395 Washington Road in East Point. For count 2, simple battery family violence, 12 months, serve 34 days, credit for time served 17 days. That's from September 7th, 2024 to today. Balance probated, no further contact with Shakira Jones. Stay away from 3280 Spanish Trail, Apartment 6. Family Violence Intervention Program, no firearms. Count 3 will merge with count 2, and position 40 is to run concurrent with position 39. Then we'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and ID for purposes of the plea.
We will stipulate.
Anything further, Mr. Calba?
No, Your Honor, we would just ask that you accept this plea as negotiated. And Mr. Stevens wishes to use his first offender for both cases, which are consolidated for trial, or would have been consolidated for trial.
Mr. Stevens, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0003888, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence, and in case 24 CR 0063398, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and damage to property and simple battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes,
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Stevens, when you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation. If nothing further, good luck to you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we will allow you to use your first offender. All right. All right, I believe that completes the 9 and 11 o'clock calendars. Anything further from anyone this morning? Okay,
No, Your
if
Honor,
not,
are you on Thursday?
yes, I'll see you all on Thursday.
ASG Desiano,
Yes,
could you email me the plea paperwork so I can sign it on Mr. Stevens' behalf?
sure.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right,
you.
y'all have a good
Take care.